A save game of the Knife of Dunwall has been found. You can use progression in the Brigmore wishes. You will retrieve your equipment and powers. Which progression do you want to use? Low chaos, please. I suppose that makes sense. You do want to stay consistent. Master Assassin. Well, I haven't played Brigmore Witches before, so... A moderately challenging experience. Enemies inflict more damage and have keener perceptions. Yeah, we can do that. Dowd's hideout again. Troubled sleep.
The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces.
Yeah, that's how things work.
Anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned.
I'm pretty sure the world does punish wicked people. It just takes an infuriatingly long time.
The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch.
And look what you've done.
Corvo, here to settle our debt. You understand, I won't make this easy for you.
Holy shit. This is terrifying. And I played as this guy before. It's like when you play as somebody else, and then Batman is coming after you. Am I just supposed to... I don't kill Corvo, right? That wouldn't make any sense. What? Okay, that was a dream.
What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
Okay, yeah, I thought that didn't make sense, because canonically, Corvo does not die. I also just got a parting shot as a trophy, I think is what it said. Ports of Call. Excerpt from a guide to port cities across the Empire of the Isles. Potterstead, Bristol. A small town, but the locals are charming and the ale is unmatched. Be certain to visit during the month of Winds for their pennant festival. Dunwall, Bristol. Notes on the capital city could be fill a dozen such volumes. All delights exist in Dunwall if you got coin, and all miseries if you're broke, unless you're well connected through someone in Dunwall Tower. One of the key families, the City Watch or River Patrol. Make sure your permits are in order. Otherwise, you're likely to have your cargo seized by the port authorities for any reason they care to concoct. Well, that doesn't sound fair. Also, Dunwall is in Bristol, so that's good to know. Kilkenny, Morley. While the harbor master here is particular about the kinds of goods you're carrying, the rest of the town is more lax. Be sure to visit the inn on the rock for the best mutton stew on all the Isles. I never tried mutton before. Is it good? Yarrow tibia. The cold here will snatch the breath from your lungs, but it is met in equal strength by the civility of its well-mannered citizens. Anton Sokolov is Tivian, so I don't know about that. The cozy taverns are kept warm by their famously crafted iron stoves, though the northern food takes some adjustment. Bejeweled aristocrats laugh and drink side by side with weathered, leathery-skinned farmers, clapping one another on the back until the dim hours. It's hard to make a friend here, or to truly understand the worldview of the native-born, but once you do, you'll have a friend for life. So then, why is it hard to make a friend? You just said that the aristocrats and farmers get along. Do they not like outsiders? Coloros Circonus. This city is crowded in the warmer months, for good reason. You'll find yourself shoulder to shoulder with scantily clad locals and foreigners on holiday, pale skin burned pink by the sun, which somehow seems larger and brighter in Circonus. The food in Coloro is a shining example of Circonan cuisine, and there's always music, always dancing. Hand-rolled on the steps of tobacco shops, the cigars are, of course, fresher than the ones you've had shipped to other parts of the Empire. Karnaka Circonus, the jewel of the south at the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry, after a wave of settlers from Morley and an influx of wealthy trading companies from Dunwall. Everywhere you go in Karnaka, there are new ideas, hybrid forms of music, groundbreaking theories of natural philosophy, and even extravagant delicacies made by mixing ingredients from all the known cultures. The locals work tirelessly for their coin, welcoming the elite from across the Isles. And that's where Corvo is from, right? A note from Billy. Dowd, no need to waste breath with apologies or excuses. You taught me that. All I can say is that as soon as I left Dunwall, my head felt clear, maybe for the first time. You told me once that people like us burn hot, then burn up. We don't get a chance to start over. No long days in the sun. But I know you, Dowd. Despite all the blood in your hands, you've been stashing coin. No one does that if they're not holding onto something. You've got some kind of plan, some hope for a new life. Maybe you knew, or you didn't, but that's what you gave me when you let me walk away. The one thing you said that wasn't possible, and I'll never forget that. When the time comes, and it will, I hope you're watching close, so you can get that chance too. I left a book for you. The world is big, bigger than I knew. There's lots of places where an old man like you could disappear. I'm thinking Morley. Corrupted bone charms are powerful ones that come with a cost. Locate them like normal bone charms by listening for the song they emit, or with void gaze. Equip them in the bone charms tab of the journal. I'm guessing the price is more blood on my hands. The Reclamation of Dunwall. Excerpt from a pamphlet published in response to the plague. Dunwall, the seat of power in the known civilized world, the Empire of the Isles. It is our great capital, and it is brought low by vermin, the very thought galls. We are faced with the reality that our once great city is in a state of shambles, and a few remaining domiciles in any habitable condition are the estates of those wealthy enough to ward themselves against that reality. The city cannot continue to thrive, populated by only the upper classes and their cloistered sycophants. Even if the plague were gone tomorrow, in its present state, Dunwall doesn't have enough hardy people of working age to return the city to everyday function. We must find a way to attract more residents, which requires removing the cloud of fear brought about by the current regime. The Lord Regent and his lackeys are bad for my business. So it falls on us. A plague and a tyrant must be overcome. And after that, we must undertake a third miracle. turning the screws on the obscenely wealthy, forcing them to pay back into the place that has given them their privileged lives. It is the powerful and fortunate who must pay for the rebuilding of Dunwall, even if the poorest will bear the stones and timbers of reconstruction on their backs. All this must happen for the dormant machine of commerce to restart. Without that, we are all forfeit, and the greatest city of our age will be lost. Hey, nice painting. I can hear that sound. There's more. Cobbled bits of bone. Excerpt from a journal covering various occult artifacts. They say my mother was a witch, but the truth, as is so often the case, depends on perspective and your place in the world. She relied on poisons made from exotic herbs and the blowfish that live in the reef waters near Pandysia. Her power originated in hallucinogenics, delivered through guile or by force to those who crossed her. There was an unusual intensity in her gaze for certain, but it came from within, not from the outsider. It's what happens to anyone pushed to the absolute edge of sanity and survival, who stays there for years, and then returns to walk among the sheep in so-called civilized society. My mother was crafty, but if it was anything more than powders, hidden knives and guile, I never saw it. Like they tell children, some of those truly touched by the black-eyed bastard can move through the space between rooftops like a sparrow. Others command armies of rats or poisonous flies as easy as they wriggle their fingers and toes. The overseers are right to fear us, to warn the common folk to stay near their homes at night and keep their families close. But there are other ways his influence manifests itself. Those who serve me share in some of what I can do, and I suspect it's the same for Delilah Copperspoon's coven. Then there are those who can craft runes and charms. The old woman across the street, Granny Rags. She carves and polishes the bones of whales, stringing them together and opening them to the void until they moon like the fever sick on a cold night. I found a few of her talismans, and with each one I touched, a tiny piece of me departed and settled in with her. What does she gain? A longer life? Some other kind of power I don't understand? The making of such things is beyond me. I've known 4 people in my time who carried the mark of the outsider, but I've known dozens more who wanted it, who stood at night in stagnant ponds or bathed with the dust blowing through the graveyards. People who gutted farm animals or burned the flesh of men, thinking it would call forth the void. I met a dying man once who had collected runes and charms for years. He crushed them all into powder, made a paste, and ate them, thinking he could gain whatever magic was in those things. His death was long and painful. I also knew a woman from Karnaca who would trade for charms and other bits of whalebone. She cracked them apart and fused them back together, then sold them. I bought one of these corrupted charms that she swore would cause sharp metal to break on my skin, and it worked. But each time it did, one of my teeth turned black and fell out. After the 3rd time, I gave it to one of my men. Now when he smiles, it's all bleeding gums, and I wonder what parts inside him are turning black. Sometimes I ask myself, without these gifts, would I be a man to fear? Would I be called the Knife of Dunwall? With my name whispered through the markets and the alleyways, the high towers and drawing rooms? I'd like to think so, but it rarely doesn't matter. As long as I bear this mark, I'll use whatever craft I have to force my will on the world. The hard trick is undoing what I've done. I don't think Dowd read that. But I could be wrong. Blueprints for crossbow. The Metaphysica Mysterium. Excerpt from a longer banned work of supernatural ritual. It is said that we should not sully our hands when combating the forces of the void. My studies have been deemed heretical by my brothers. The rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and his accursed followers, while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe a twofold method in this text. Text. Indirection. As the unwholesome powers of the outsider use living flesh as a conduit, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead. Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus on these void energies in a raw state, shielding them from the first perspective of the outsider. I'm pretty sure I've read that already. Gotcha. Oh, this is all my stuff. Well, hey, can I keep that other sword? Is it okay if I use a different one? No, Dad! No, Dad, you don't want that one. It's lame. It's lame now. It sucks. Chief, fine. Thomas's journal. A recent journal entry written in a careful hand. Okay, so Thomas is a fine writer. Our troubles began with a name, Delilah, a mystery given to Dowd by the face he sees in his dreams, and whose voice he hears when kneeling at the shrines hidden in the lost parts of the city. None of us have ever heard this voice, but we know its power. It spoke to our master, telling him of his coming doom, saying that solving this riddle was the only way to escape. We knew nothing of Delilah, except that we found a whaling ship by that name. A tenuous connection, but where the outsider's world is concerned, there are no coincidences. We discovered the ship was named after a woman who once walked the halls of Dunwall Tower with Jessamine Caldwin. Later she became a painter, an apprentice of Sokolov himself, until she snared an aristocrat patron named Arnold Timsh. We met with Timsh's niece, who offered us information on Delilah in exchange for eliminating her uncle. Removing aristocrats was our specialty, so our master agreed. With barrister Arnold Timsh gone, his niece divulged everything she knew. Delilah was much more than a painter, and she was hiding in the old Brigmore manor outside the city. But by then, we were too late. Delilah anticipated our threat. For some time, she had been working her corruptive influence on the best of us, the assassin Billy Lurk. Delilah turned her against us, and together they sold us out to the overseers. When we returned to our hideout in the flooded district, we were swarmed by gold masks and hounds. I saw no hounds, Thomas. I don't know what you're talking about. But Dowd is quick and wise in our trade. In the end, he kept us alive, though there were losses. Now our resources are strained. Some of the men are grumbling. I see the strain on Dowd's face. Killing the Empress, handing over her daughter, those are not easy burdens to bear. And Lurk's betrayal weighs on him heavily. His sleep is troubled by curses and shouts. Now we make preparations to strike back at Delilah. She is planning something in Brigmore, something that affects everyone in the Isles, and she will be expecting us. Like our master, she shares her gifts from the outsider with those who follow her. How many are they, I wonder? I have no secrets from my master. My loyalty is without question, but I fear these may be the last days of the Whalers, perhaps the last days of Dowd. Thomas, I don't think I like your perspective.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
Are we going to be able to see Lizzie Stride? What does she look like?
At your pleasure.
I do need to read some other things, I think. Let's see. The Whalers. The excerpt from a journalist's report on organized criminal activity. One gentleman of advanced age swore that his brother had been taken by the Whalers, a notorious gang associated with a man called Dowd. According to Pieter Mansfield, his brother Radoff was proud of working with the Royal Spy Master's Responsible Citizens Group, feeling no shame in reporting on what he perceived as shady dealings by his rivals at the fish market. But this might have been a source of his trouble. On the 6th evening of the month of Hearts, Radoff came storming into Peter's home, white-faced and panic-stricken, claiming to have been chased by a group of ruffians wearing the leather suits and vapor masks used by the men working in the whale oil factories. Peter gave him supper and drink, sending him on his way later that night. After which, Radoff was never seen again. Did we kill him? I don't think I read this. Excerpt from a volume on Sarkonan geography and culture. Sarkonas, the jewel of the South, is best known from its warm winds, spiced foods, and endless beaches, while the city of Coleros sees the heaviest flow of travelers from across the Isles. Karnaca, on the southernmost edge of the known world, is preferred among the elite of the empire. It is said that the month spent resting beneath the sun on the beaches of Sarkonas, or within one of the rural villages, can cure most maladies. Travelers bring back recipes and styles from the south, and the dances that all Sarkonians learn in their youth are favored in Bristol for their sensuality, copied by fashionable aristocracy in the capital city of Dunwall. The only persistent trouble in Sarkonas originates along the string of tiny islands stretching away from the mainland to the east. For generations, pirates have hidden among this archipelago, raiding traders, passing between the isles, and, more recently, attacking whaling ships returning with rich stores of oil. So we got ourselves some pirates in this universe. That sounds awesome. I've always loved pirates. You know, then they start doing nasty things. And I'm not talking about stealing. I thought I heard something.
Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the Overseers found us. That wasn't Dowd.
Dowd should have caught it. And now witches? He's not the man he was.
Quiet. You're going to get us killed.
Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Interesting times, gentlemen. Overseers in the flooded district. Witches abroad in the city. Traitors in the ranks. I'd be nervous too. Then I'd remember who killed the Empress in Dunwall Tower and came out untouched.
That's what I thought. The Knife of Dunwall, Survivor's Tale. From a street pamphlet containing a sensationalized sighting of the assassin Dowd. Gentle reader, be assured that your coin is well spent today. What you read here may be one day preserve your life and your sanity, but no one has seen the Knife of Dunwall and lived to tell of it, until now. The sun was setting, a bloody stain against the sky, silhouetting the noble contours of Rothwild's slaughterhouse. The stench of blood, the flesh of men and whales, soured the air. Dowd slithered from the sewers, his body slick with gore and crawling with vermin that no mortal man should have tolerated. His shadow stretched out before him on the ground, and it revealed his true nature. A horned thing, warped by heresy, a shape too terrible to put into words, my gentle readers. A sorcerer from the void, without question. I could hear the moans of the dying workers he left in his wake, but he didn't even pause to acknowledge their plight, for his heart is colder than Tivian ice. Instead, he let out a guttural howl of victory, the shock of which snuffed out the life of those poor dying workers, and then he bounded away, moving from roof to roof back toward the streets. And this is where I thought this chapter would end, until I heard the music. The grinding metal music of the overseers echoed from the nearby alleys, and I knew there would soon be a fight. With only my sense of duty to fallen citizens of Dunwall to keep my fear from overtaking me, I inched closer to the mouth of the alley for a better vantage. A brave cognizant of overseers had captured one of Dowd's lieutenants lurking in the alley. He or she, for I could not tell beneath the thick leather of the industrial whaler suit, was prone and tied with sturdy ropes, surrounded overseers. But their fixation was ultimately their undoing. Dowd fell from above, moving through the air as easily as a falcon. I swear it upon my spirit. Without sound, he glided down among them, and their music maker was the first to die. As Dowd tore the man's head from his shoulders, the wretched song faded into a discordant wail. Then I watched as the most notorious assassin of our time became a flurry of leather, metal, and blood, deflecting bullets and sword blades with ease. The last overseer, no doubt consumed with terror at seeing his brothers fall so easily, sank to his knees and begged for mercy. Dowd spoke a single word that made my entrails squirm in my belly upon hearing it. The overseer shrieked like a madman until his mask was split in two, as though struck by some hammer and chisel, and a stream of blood gushed forth from the crack, bathing Dowd's boots. I closed my eyes at that point, too overwhelmed to witness any further atrocity. I could only hope that if that foul heretic discovered me next, my life would end swiftly. But when I opened my eyes, Dowd was nowhere to be seen. That was the last I ever saw the Knife of Dunwall. So heed my warning, gentle reader. Should you or anyone you love witness some misshapen shadow fall across your path, or should you hear the slightest rumor of dark words whispered from the rooftops, flee. Flee with all haste. There's no way somebody saw that. Your story is horseshit. Nothing more? Okay. Except for this pouch. Alright, Thomas, let's pack up.
Is it time to go, sir?
Yes. I haven't been to Cold Ridge in years. Suppose it would have been possible to take out my own men, but why would I do that? A stay of execution for Lizzie.
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players. Gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself, that after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride.
Did she bite that guy's hand? She doesn't look like how I was picturing her in my head, but at the same time, like, yeah, that's Lizzie Stride. I can see it. We know all about the favors. Some new upgrades. Apparently there was some more coin I could have gotten, but I didn't, so... Overseer Dowd? You're disguised as an overseer. An overseer has been summoned to Cold Ridge Prison. Your contacts will intercept him and send you in his place. Using this overseer's uniform as a disguise should fool the prison guards long enough to get you inside. And what's this? Forged requisition orders allow your contact to deliver stun mines to the prison. The key to the munitions lockers are hidden nearby. And of course, the misplaced rune. You gotta get that every time. Instant sleep darts. That's gonna be all the money I have. How many sleep darts do I have? 6. It's not enough. I know how it works. Thank you. And now I can't get any upgrades. Oh well. I can still get a rewire tool. And I don't have any, so might as well at least get one, just in case. Unless using a rewire tool makes a device kill everybody else, then I'm not going to use it.
This should get me in the front door at least. Looks like I'll need to check in with those guards by the gate.
Look at that sword. That sword is so much better. Why don't you want to use it? Using the same sound effects for when Corvo puts his mask on, I see. Oh well.
Overseer.
Hi!
About time, Overseer. We sent for you hours ago.
I apologize.
Problem with the water lock.
Fine. Listen up. The incident took place in the
That was also
interrogation
masturbating.
room. Cross the yard and keep going straight. Anything else is off limits. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't go exploring. Don't speak to the prisoners. We're not here to listen to you preach. Don't forget you're in Coldridge now, not the Abbey. We asked you here for one reason.
Yes, sir.
I'll be gone before you know it. Guard! Open the gate.
This seems like it was the easiest way to get in, but there's probably a more fun way to do it. Locker room key.
The Sokolov radio interdiction
Just go to
device
the
for
interrogation
armed
room.
pylons
See for
is
yourself.
use only by personnel trained in proper imprinting procedure.
We're sending 3 men to the firing squad, and no one knows what actually happened.
Crying about that dice game?
Didn't they do it?
Not now.
Hammering drinks and chose a bad day to sleep in.
Morris lost his nerve in the sewer gates. Neither of them knew anything.
Right through there. Can't miss it. None of the guards that went in to question her came out.
I'll be careful. What happened here?
Good question.
Is that it? All of B section is in quarantine.
They just kept getting sick.
I don't remember the interrogation room looking like this. Plenty of ingots, though. That's money. Transfer orders. Lieutenant Wright, the hatter we brought in, was trying to stash this loot in the canal. We busted him. Looks like he's the one who hit Lord Byram's carriage a few nights back. So far, he hasn't named his accomplices, but he will once we get his turn in the interrogation room. Document everything and then deliver it to the Lord Regent's office. Make sure none of it gets lost along the way, or it's both on our heads. Ashfield. Ah, so a Hatter gang member. Brigmore chest key. I'll make sure to use that. Document request. Dear Officer Ashfield, I would like to most humbly request access to documents concerning the new experimental choke dust which you may have recently found yourself in possession of. I understand this is a delicate subject matter, and I assure you every precaution will be taken with the documents to ensure they remain confidential. If access to these documents is agreeable to you, please have one of your men deliver them to my cell. Respectfully, your friend in A25. Interrogation log 425. Excerpt from interrogation logs at Coleridge Prison, month of Nets. Prisoner 354A9123. Goal: location of calibrator in theft of goods. Method: heated metal bolts applied to feet. Outcome: promising response at first, but the subject lost consciousness due to shock. Dang it. Prisoner Pickles, I'm just going to give him my own names. Goal: confession to vandalism. Method: sleep deprivation. Outcome: disorientation. Subject falsely confessed to crime as well as other unrelated acts. Prisoner Gary. Goal: location of weapon catch tied to attacks on river patrol checkpoints. Method: water tank. Outcome: tank mechanism malfunction. Subject drowned. Alright, toss him back. Prisoner Chesterfield. Name of conspiracy organizer. Engagement with phobia. Spiders. Subject divulged the information before the hatch to the spider basket was even opened. Pussy.
Is she strapped in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Comfortable? All right, we'll get this done. Let's start with how you got into Dunwall Tower in the first place. Was it one of the servants that let you in? One of the guards? Nothing? All right. Corporal, use the hammer. That's right. The smaller one. Can't really tell if she felt that. Don't want to break anything. Let's try again. How did you... Wait. You hear a kind of ringing in your ears? What's happening to her face? Is she going to... Oh no! Oh no! Shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot!
Ah, right. She was a witch. Ah, yes, and the misplaced rune. Gotta make sure we get that. Hey,
You're
friend.
free to go. This is the Abbey's problem now.
Do whatever you need to do. I'm not sticking around. And don't leave any, what do you call it, black magic lying around. I don't want to be cursed or anything.
Why would you get cursed? This might have been a bad idea. Okay, let me check some powers. I can't upgrade Bentime still. It costs 6 runes. I just need one more. Okay. Okay.
This disguise won't help me if I'm caught in a restricted wing.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Better make a pass over here.
Misplaced rune is right there, so let's just go ahead and get that. Okay.
This controls all the cell doors.
What?
Did you hear Morris was dragged off by the...
Cell control instructions. Set first tumbler to match cell section letter. Set second and third tumblers to cell number. Pull lever to confirm selection. Ensure that each cell opening, request, and selection are verbally confirmed. Investigate and report any suspected malfunctions immediately.
For some black magic nonsense? You're such a choffer.
Is that the only insult you guys have? Log updates. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers. Even temporary transfers of prisoners from one cell to another must be recorded in the logbook. Ensure that the logbook is available in the guard booth between sections C and D at all times. I'm gonna go get that other guard, bring him over here so nobody sees him by mistake. Can't have anybody finding a body, can we? They will find his pistol, I'm sure, but that's fine. Nobody cares. about time you took a nap, friend. Procedures following the escape of Corvo Itano. Excerpt from a case study intended for prison wardens. Following the escape of Itano, the council appointed by the Lord Regent has decided it is of the utmost importance to increase security measures at Coldridge Prison. The recommendations made by this report include structural measures such as increasing the heights of walls, sealing ventilation shafts, and ensuring sewer entrances are inaccessible. Additionally, staffing at the site must be increased to thoroughly cover all exits and maintain observation of all major corridors. Special addendum. In addition to the new measures outlined herein, the Council has consulted both the Abbey of the Everyman and the Royal Physician Anton Sokolov, asking for guidance and equipment in the handling of both of those cases which are more exotic in nature. We have dismissed reports of supernatural in the past as old wives' tales and lunatic heresy. Recent months have convinced us that there are matters afoot that we do not fully understand. As such, prison executive personnel are encouraged to welcome the presence of both the overseers and anyone working under Sokolov's technical guidance.
Better make a pass over here.
So this is on an X.
Any
Should
chance
that mean that
with me tonight?
all cells will be opened? Better save before I do anything.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
I'm not saying it would be easy, but I can do it once the cell door's open. You? How? In the first rush.
That was good.
Pass over here.
If it sounds like I'm about to burp, then I am sorry. I am currently eating lunch.
Your odds are just about zero. Me, I just keep quiet. Slip by when no one's looking. Take as long as it takes.
This mask won't fool an
Either way, you'd have to be lucky. And a complete madman.
You'd have to be Corvo, in other words.
Concept arc amplifier.
Just give me one chance. I'll never ask anything again.
You're not gonna come in here, right? Okay, good.
You want the interrogation room. That's
No. I'm good.
All prison personnel will stay clear of the interrogation room until the representative from the Abbey is certified it is free of any heretical corruption.
Not until the overseer finishes. I don't want to think about it.
Log updates. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers, even temporary transfers of prison. Okay.
Get up, right now.
What?
Get over here.
What exactly happened there? Okay. I got all the guards in this room. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and close this gate so that nobody storms in. At least I think I can do that. It's all good. What it is. Attention! Executions of personnel responsible for enabling the escape of former Lord Protector will continue today. The execution yard remains off limits unless otherwise specified. Additional security installations along the execution yard wall are complete. Additional work on the main gate will continue through the coming days. All workers must show identification for the duration of the construction. Now I just need to take care of this whale oil. That way they can't use the arc pylon. Yeah, everything's fine. Logbook. Winston Fogarty removed. Elizabeth Stride moved to A21. Lucas Penrose moved to D11. Jane Cochrane temporarily removed.
Wait till there's no bars between us. That'll be a good day.
Oh. Okay. As requested, your special order has been filled. Yeah, well, I'm all filled up, so I actually didn't need it. Thanks anyway, Sylvia. What's that glow? Something glowing in there. I want to see it. Show it to me. Open this door. There has to be a way to get in there.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
Wait.
Clearance from custody. For gross dereliction of duty and the reasonable suspicion of treasonous conspiracy, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take it.
What the fuck? Bloody hell.
What the?
Arms! Stand down!
What the? What the? Overseer arrival. Remember that an overseer has been summoned to address the situation in the interrogation room. Until the overseer arrives, no one is to enter the room. Prisoner cells are off limits to overseers and other visitors, no exceptions. Nice. Yes. Please upgrade. That's good. Good thing this mountain is placed so well that I can just climb instead of having to rely on my blink.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
Dicks.
And the reasonable suspicion of treasonous conspiracy, I hereby sentence you to death. What the void was that? Ready. Take aim.
I heard that.
Son of a bitch. I'm not gonna let you kill these men! Hey, fuck you! Ouch.
Can't stay hidden forever. Let's find the little shit.
Got you.
Fine. What happened to the other ones? Okay, fine. Whatever. game is really glitchy. There were 3 men up there. Don't just take the other 3 away. The other 2. I need to know they're all safe. Don't forget what I did for you, buddy. I can't panic. Otherwise, I'm not going to get anything right. See, the thing is that time completely freezes when I do use my blink, so it's fine. Wait a minute. Duh! The Hatters. Keep them away from the eels. The one in Section D, Cell 11, tried to attack that former dead eel leader again. We can't afford any additional investigations or mistakes right now, so keep them apart. Yay! That's what happened for A10. A little white green light came on. Made that noise. The noise of confirmation. Music to my ears. I knew I had to be able to get in here somehow because... Of course it's in the toilet.
This better be worth it.
It's not. He was a corrupted bone charm.
Help! Someone's breaking out! Guards, come quick! Someone is trying to
start
escape.
any moment,
Get me out of here.
and I'll die weeping blood.
Which number are you guys? A14 and A15. Okay, got it. I'm gonna let y'all out.
Why'd you take my money? Lizzie Stride. She's in rough shape.
And A21. A... A15. And A21.
I just want a soldier's death! Is that too much to ask? Don't let the plague take me!
Dude, what? You saw me already! And hey, I let you out, pal, and now you're scared? This is bullshit. What's up, Lizzie?
Wake up, Lizzie.
I'm not telling you shit. Wait. Who?
Down.
Is that right? Whoever sent you, I'll pay double.
I've
not here
come
to
to
kill
break you out. You can owe me the favor.
What kind of favor?
Doesn't matter. You'll be dead in another day here.
What kind?
It's just a boat trip. Upriver. Past the blockades.
Then you're out of luck. My boat, the Undine, now belongs to someone else. My second-in-command double-crossed me and took it. A little shit named Edgar Wakefield.
It's a situation I'm familiar with. Can you walk?
Get me out of this damn thing and I'll fly. I can pay you to get rid of Wakefield.
It'll be my pleasure. Come on.
I'll just get my tiara. Down. I think I...
Oh, great.
I'll have to carry her out.
I'm fine with that. I've done it before. Where are you? Who's asking? If it's somebody I don't like, then I'm not answering.
I know you're somewhere around.
Shit.
You won't stay hidden for long.
Bring the alarm! Go for the alarm! Now I'll find you!
Just get in! Jeez!
There are unsecured prisoners active on the premises. All Coldridge personnel, detain or kill anyone currently in a restricted area.
You can't stay hidden forever.
not to put you down for just a quick... Wait a minute. Did I just use bend time to get out? Let's try it. I did get detected, and I did kill 2 guards, but it's fine. Just get through the open window! Are you serious right now? Okay, you said I moved slightly faster with corpses. Damn it. You fucking lied to me. You fucking lied. Doesn't feel any faster than it normally did.
Someone help me out! Get around him!
Fuck off.
Beaten but not dead. See that her wounds get attention.
It will be done. Need to go, sir.
Yes. I'm done here. Trophy earned. Breakout. Low chaos. And apparently I did stop the execution of the guard who helped Corvo. It's very interesting. Draper's Ward. The dead eels. With Lizzie Stride free, you have a captain take you upriver. Unfortunately, her second-in-command is running the old gang, and won't hand over the ship without a fight. Deal with the traitor, and help Lizzie get her ship in working order.
Dunwall
You got it.
is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's Ward was where Dunwall's rich and well-born strolled and shopped and tried to be seen. The plague burned through it in days. Today it's a battleground where 2 street gangs fight over the spoils. The Hatters and Lizzie's gang, the Dead Eels. Lizzie Stride was the boss until Edgar Wakefield betrayed her and took her place. And her riverboat. It's the kind of thing that happens every day in Dunwall. I don't judge him. I've done worse myself. But I need that boat. Edgar Wakefield and I have business.
But he doesn't have to die, I'm sure. The sunken crate. Allied whalers will dump a crate loaded with supplies overboard near the Undine. You will have to dive to retrieve the contents. Fair enough. The hidden rune. A tunnel dweller has been bribed to bring a rune from the depths of Dunwall's storm drains and place it within reach of the surface. Yes. And give me my sleep darts back. And my stun mines, my choke dust, all of it.